Hi, my name is Emily and welcome to Secret Patterns. In today's video, I'm super excited to share how to crochet this adorable little bow headband and knotted headband. So let me show you what the knotted headband looks like. So this is what the little knotted headband looks like. There we go. They're super fun and super simple to make. Let me show you. So then I liked to add this knotted headband and bow headband to my little octopus. So this is what the little knotted headband looks like. You can see it there. And I didn't get it perfectly set up, but you can kind of get the idea. And then I also made the bow headband because I thought just might as well add a couple of fun extra accessories. So this is what the little bow headband looks like on the little octopus. So in this week's video, I'll be showing you how to make both of these. Don't forget to, if you're interested in the octopus tutorial, I created this tutorial, full step-by-step tutorial, about 2 weeks ago. I'll put a link in the cards and in the description box down below to the octopus tutorial. So let's go ahead and jump into how to make the little knotted headband and bow headband. That you'll need today is some scissors, just to cut your yarn. Then you'll need a darning needle, and I'll put a link in the description box down below to my favorite darning needle, but I absolutely love this darning needle, so I'll put a link in the description box down below. Then you'll need a 4.5mm hook. Now, if you wanted to, you could just exclusively use the 4.5mm hook. However, for the two headbands that I created, I found that the chains were a little tighter than the stitches, and so it made it look a little bit less, more gappy like this, instead of being nice and more secured like this. So where it's, and I know this is a little different of a headband, but you can see that this just lays much more nice and flat. So I used a 4.5mm hook, but then I recommend using a 5.5mm hook for the chains, and I'll mention when to use the 5.5 and the 4.5mm hook. Then you're going to need some worsted weight yarn. Now this is, Hobby Lobby, I love this yarn. I think it's in the color Pumpkin Spice, but any number 4 worsted weight yarn will work perfectly. And then you also need some other yarn just for if you want to do an outline around the bow, just a little nice accent color. So this is Premier Just Yarn Value, and it is in the color, I think it's called Erin. You can see it there. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you first how to make the knotted headband, which this is the knotted headband. So I'm going to show you how to make this knotted headband first. And if you're interested at all in the octopus tutorial, you can check out, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, I released this octopus tutorial, and so you can check that out. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and start with the knotted headband. So you're going to grab the working strand of yarn, and you're going to begin by making a slip knot. So you're going to put the yarn at the base of your hand, and you're going to wrap it around your finger twice. You're going to grab the back loop, bring it to the front. And you're going to grab the new back loop and bring it up and over and off your finger. And then you're just going to go ahead and tighten your loop. So now you're going to go ahead and grab your 5.5mm hook so that the chains will be the same looseness as the double crochets and other stitches. So now what you're going to do is you're going to chain 53. So 1, 2, to make a chain, you're just going to yarn over and pull through. So go ahead and chain 53, and I will meet you back, and we'll continue on to row number 1. All right, so I just did 53 chains, and now what you're going to do is you're just going to pull up your loop and switch your hook to the 4.5mm crochet hook. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and begin working back into these chains. So what you're going to do is you're going to into the second chain from your hook, so the loop on your hook does not count as a chain. You're going to skip that first chain and go into that second chain right there. Let's see if I can focus this right there. So second chain right there, and I like to personally go into the back bump it just makes it look more even. So you can go into the side like this, so into the side, or if you twist it around, you can see that there's the back bump. So I like to go into the back bump because it looks more even. What you're going to do is you're going to insert and go into that back bump and pull through and pull through. So you're going to make a slip stitch. So into the second chain from hook, make a slip stitch. Then you're going to single crochet into the next chain, and this is the, once you do the first back bump of the chain, it kind of naturally goes that way. So now you're going to do a single crochet into the next stitch. So you go insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. Then you're going to half double crochet into the next stitch. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. So you have slip stitch, half, single crochet, half double crochet. And now you're going to double crochet into the next 46 chains. So you're just going to double crochet across, and I personally like to go into the back bump again. So to make a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through 2. And you're just going to do that in each stitch across. So insert, yarn over, pull through. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you're just going to complete this, so next 46 stitches, and then I'll meet you back and we will finish off the last couple of chains together. All right, so I just did 46 double crochets, and now what we're going to do is we're going to do the exact same thing that we did on this other side. So we're going to do a half double crochet into the next chain, then you're going to do a single crochet into the next chain, and then you're going to do a slip stitch into that very last chain. So there you go. That is your little knotted headband. Now what you're going to do is you're going to cut your yarn, and you can cut it however long you want. I just like to weave in my tail, so you don't really need to cut it very long at all. And to tie off, all you're going to do is you're just going to yarn over and pull through, so like that. And now you have completed your little headband. Let me show you how to tie a knot on it. So I like to have this side facing out and then this side being the back, because you can see that that was the back of our work, and I just think this side looks more pretty and professional. So all you're going to do is you're going to put it around the back of its head, and this would be perfect for any animal. If its head is a little bit bigger, you can just do a few more chains, but now you're just going to make sure they're even at the tip, and then just make 2 basic knots. So I'm just going to go like that. No, knot number 1, and then I'm just going to do 1 more knot, and just then go ahead and tighten, and then you can kind of just adjust it how you like. So you can see that that's naturally going like that, and you can tighten it a little more. You can just kind of mess with it and see how you like it, and twist it a little. There we go. So that is about how I like mine, and then you can just tie in those tails, and yeah, there's your little knotted headband. Now we're going to go ahead and make the little bow headband. So this is what it will look like. So you can see the little headband going around to the back, and then the little bow in the front. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to first make the little band for it, and then we're going to make the little bow. So you're going to go ahead and grab whatever yarn you want to use. For this time, I'm going to use the orange as the main color. So I'm going to use the orange for the band and for the bow. And then the outer color will be the cream color. So I'm going to go ahead and use the orange. And I'm going to do the same thing with using the 5.5mm hook for the chains. So you're going to go ahead and begin by making a slip knot. And to make a slip knot, again, you're just going to put the yarn at the base of your fingers, wrap it around twice at the top, and pull the back loop to the front, and then pull the new back loop to the up and over, tighten, and now you're using your 5.5mm hook, and you're going to go ahead and chain 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to make a chain, you're going to yarn over and pull through. And I'm going to go ahead and do 30 of these and I'll meet you back. So yarn over, turn your hook down, and pull through to make a chain. So I'm going to go ahead and do 30 chains and I'll meet you back. Alright, so I just did my 30 chains and now you're going to go ahead and switch your hooks out. So I'm going to switch to my 4.5mm hook and you're going to slip stitch to join. So you can use your 5.5mm hook to slip stitch to whatever you want, but I'm going to make sure your chain is straight, and then I like to go slip stitch into that back bump because that's what we'll be doing around, so might as well do it now. And all you're going to do to make a slip stitch is insert into that back bump of the very first chain, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through. Now you're going to go ahead and chain one, and you're going to single crochet in each of the stitches around. So you're going to single crochet into the third loop of the chain. So I'm going to start by single crocheting into that very first chain that we just did a slip stitch into. And I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Then you're going to want to go into that next chain, and that next chain more than likely will get a little bit like not look like it's very easy to work into, but just keep working along, making single crochet into each chain. And then remember that when you pull, you can see that that single crochet was in that chain, so now you're going to go into the next chain. So 1 single crochet into each chain around, and I will meet you back and we will finish this bow headband up. Alright, so I just did my 30 single crochets, and sometimes at the end you can't tell if you've done your last single crochet into the last chain or not, so I just recommend counting, and you should have 30 chains. So then you're just going to go ahead and slip stitch to the top of that first single crochet. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. And there is your little headband. Now if you're making this for a bigger size animal, you just would do more chains so that it would fit around a larger head. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my yarn. So like if you're making my jumbo or mini octopus, you could just do more chains and you get the same results. Same thing with the knot headband. If you just did more chains, you would get a bigger circumference for the headband. So now that we got our little bow headband done, you're going to go ahead and start making the little bow. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this yarn again, and this time you're just going to use your 4.5mm hook only. So you're going to make a slip knot like I've shown you before, back loop over, then you're going to go ahead and tighten. Then you're going to chain 7. Now you could switch your hooks to this one. I don't find much of a difference when it's that few of chains. I just found more of a difference when it was so many chains and going around a head. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we're using our 4.5mm hook. Now you're going to chain half double crochet into the second chain from hook. So loop on your hook does not count as a chain. You're going to skip that very first chain, and you're going to go into that second chain. Half double crochet into there, and then into each of the next 5 stitches across. So a total of 6 stitches is what you should have for this little bow. And half double crochet, you're just going to yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Then you're going to go ahead and chain 1 and turn your work. And for rows 2 through 4, you're just going to half double crochet in each stitch across. So super simple. You're just going to half double crochet in each stitch across. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for the next couple of rows. So for rows 2 through 4, half double crochet in each stitch across, and then chain 1 and turn. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you back. Alright, so I just finished my 4 total rows of half double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you're going to go ahead and cut your yarn. And what you're going to do, and just tie off like we've done before, then what you're going to do is you're going to grab your accent color. So for me, this is that cream color. And all you're going to do is you're just going to single crochet around. So start at any of the corners. I'm going to start here. And you're going to insert your hook and just yarn over and pull through. Chain 1, and you're just going to single crochet around. So 1, 2, and the goal is just to make it look even. So I did about like 4 single crochets up the side, and then I did single crochet increase in the corners. So about 4 single crochets up the side, single crochet increase in the corner, but whatever you end up, as long as it looks even, that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and then I'll meet you back. Alright, so I just did my single crochet increase, and now all you're going to do is just slip stitch to the very first single crochet. So you did 3 single crochets in the corners, and then just single crochet in each of the other stitches. Now you're going to go ahead and cut your yarn. And at this point, I like to go ahead and weave in my tails because I end up with a lot of tails. So I'm just going to go ahead and weave these in, and then we're going to attach it super, super easily to this headband. So go ahead and weave in your tails, then I'll meet you back and we'll make this into a little bow. Alright, so you can see that this is what it looks like at this point. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab the complementary color. So for me, this is the cream. And I'm just going to cut about, I don't know, like 10 inches or so. It doesn't need to be very much. But then you're going to go ahead and cut about 10 inches. And what you're going to do is you're going to put in the center, so you can see that this is horizontal and then this is the vertical. So you're going to go around it vertically, about in the center as much as possible. And you're just going to go ahead and flip then to the back. And you're going to do, what I like to do is a double, I don't know if it's called a double knot or not, but you're just going to make one normal knot, but then instead of tightening, you're just going to wrap it around one more time. I just find it makes it a little bit more secure, and it doesn't come out as easily when I do that. Just for me personally right now, it doesn't come out. So I can tighten it, kind of adjust it, and it doesn't totally loosen. So that is about good. You can see that that is what it looks like. Now what I'm going to do, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap. So we did one knot. I might do one more knot real quick just so that's decently secure. And this is just going to be a standard normal knot. Then all you're going to do is you're going to take your bottom strand and wrap it around going up. And then you're going to take your top strand and wrap it around going down. And that's just because I like about 3 loops. But if you wanted to do more, you're welcome to. But then I like to just make a knot in the back, so now we have 3 loops, and it just looks a little bit more, you can actually see it a little bit better. So that is what I like to do, then make a knot, and if you want to do lots of knots, I'm going to do one more little knot, and there you go, there's your little bow. Now what you're going to do is I like to just go ahead and you can either cut this or you can cut these tails, whatever you prefer. I'm going to go ahead and cut these tails because we did plenty of knots, so it should be very nice and secured. Now you're just going to grab these 2 tails and make sure it's facing out, so you can see that it looks like that. On the back side, it's just not quite as pretty, so facing out like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to grab one of your tails, and this is going to be the bottom of the headband, so we're going to go around just a stitch in the bottom of the bow. And it does not have to be perfect at all, just find a little spot that you want to go in. I'm going to go in just there. And then you're just going to find one little spot to go into the headband, or the bow at the top. So I'm just going to go right there. There we go. And now you're just going to go ahead and tighten those 2. And now you can just make a knot or however you want to secure it. So I'm just going to secure it by probably just making a knot, because if you watch my channel, you know that that is my favorite way to weave in tails, because I don't love weaving in tails and I find that knots are pretty secure. So I'm just going to make 2 knots around the back of the headband, and go ahead and cut your yarn. And there you go. So there is your little bow headband, and you can see we just did the opposite for this little headband, but it will look super, super cute. Let me show you with this one because you'll be able to see it a little bit better. This is what it looks like. It's so, so cute. I absolutely love how that just adds a little fun and feminine touch.
Thank you so much for making these super fun little headbands along with me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to comment down below and tell me what headband you decide to make for your octopus or for whatever amigurumi project that you wanted it for. I absolutely love hearing from you guys, and so thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!